Now, before I begin your reading, I need to show you to tell you at the beginning that if this does not resonate with you, it is not for you. So there's so many different readings out there. As an oracle, you can go to them, and if this resonates with you, stay with me. Hello, this is a reading for Pisces. This is the second lot actually, because I had to redo it. For some reason, your first reading did not take and was not recorded. So now this is the second one. Second chances is always a good thing. Now, if you have a look, these cards is not tarot. This is from the book by Esther and Jerry Hicks. I really like this one. I found this one. And this is what I've been waiting for to start this new enterprise I'm doing. And I have been reading, drew 5 cards for you and 1 general. So the first one, so if you take all 6, have a look at all 6 cards. It's really beautiful. I think it's very light-hearted. Seems got some interesting things happening here. Now let's take a look. The first is, why are they not getting what they are asking for? So this is you asking, if people are not receiving what they are asking for, it can only be that the persons holding the desire are out of alignment with their own requests. And there is no shortage, and there is no lack. There is no competition for resources. There is only allowing for, or the disallowing of that which one is asking for. So if you look at this picture, it's a tiny red house with this green roof, with a very cozy smoke coming out of the chimney. So if you see the expression over someone's face, this one looks like a person who would be very content to be isolated, almost hermit-like, and having this almost joyful expression. And they don't seem to be a person who are happy with their lot. They seem to be happy with their own company and simply bemused, looking at the world of the outside and wondering, is it that I am so happy here? I'm so, my situation is the best it can be, and I'm content, yet there are so many unhappy people out there. So for you, Pisces, it seems to be that you are this sort of in this situation in the sense of having nearly everything, being comfortable with your lot, and pretty much self-sufficient. And there's very few things you really want, but no life is perfect. Okay. The next card is, life is always in motion, so I cannot be stuck. So you're hoping to be constantly on the go, and you don't like being at a loss for something. So you're thinking that it's not possible to stand still and be stuck, because as you know, energy and life is always in motion. Life is motion. Things are always changing. Our bodies are changing. Yeah, we replace skin, and the older we get, the longer the skin is replenished. At least 38 days. Young people get new skin every 15 days or more. So things are always changing. The reason it may feel as though you're in still or not doing anything or stuck is because you are thinking about the same thoughts. So you're in a bit of a rut. So you need to change it and realize that life is changing. You don't want to be left behind. So it's changing the same thing, thinking about the same thing over and over is simply almost like you're going in a circle. You're not really going anywhere. So, uh, I mean, it's okay if that's what you want. But being Pisces, you love this flowing feeling. You love being in the flow. So your worry is that you might be stuck. That's the last thing you want. So I think the anxiety also adds to that. So you need to be just completely flowy, just like you are, swimmingly going along life's journeys. And the anxiety can make you be stuck and worrying about worrying. So uh, try to curb that. In the next card, we have my desires and beliefs are only thoughts. This is upright, so it is true that your desires and beliefs are just thoughts. And you're thinking, ask and it is given. And this is an affirmation that you are asking, and you ask this through your attention and thinking and wanting. Through your desire, that is asking whether you desire it to happen or you desire it to not happen, you are asking nevertheless. And realizing is actually a good thing. So in this card, you look at almost this ebullient thoughts, almost contemplative thing, reflecting on what you have achieved so far, in a sense of celebration. And this time of the year, you've been through Christmas and holiday period, and you know, for you, it hasn't really stopped. It feels like it's still expanding, and the balloons really has not popped for you. It's still quite as high up there with your expansiveness and grand ideas still in the air. So that's a good thing, keeping them up. But just be careful that you don't overreach yourself and going too high and then landing very very sharply. So just be very careful that you're aware. So it seems like you might be losing you being not grounded anymore. So you're completely going up to the nether, going up to the highest can be, ballooning up the top with your grand and hot air and so on. So you've got to realize be realistic with your hopes and dreams, and just I'm not poking your balloon or anything. I'm just reminding you that life does not always go what you want. Yeah, I'm trying to be positive here in a way that I don't want to discourage you, because I don't want to destroy it, whatever it is that you're working on. And if the momentum is going, there's a time for everything, and continue with that journey. And hopefully, when you're ready, ready to come down to the ground. You are on the side of it and prepared to come down. But at the moment, enjoy the ride. I think it's a good thing to be up there sometimes, to appreciate when it's down below. And those are the days when you want to savor each moment. So your next card is, I will reach for the best feeling thought I have access to. And this is a lovely, lovely card, because you see this youthful young lady with a dress and a golden long hair that seems to come from the stars and blowing in the wind, endless, endless carefree times and days. And you're always reaching for the feeling of relief that comes when you release a more hesitant thoughts. So you're thinking, nope, nothing's gonna stop me. I'm just gonna keep going with this. And you're reaching for something that makes you feel the relief. Okay. But you're releasing this resistance, and you're reaching for the thought that makes you release it. And because you're releasing this resistant thought, you're allowing the better one to come in. The stream of well-being is close. It's flowing behind you, and because it's flowing through you, and because you allow this, and the more you allow it, the better you feel. So you're going through the flow, being very creative, and because you're creative, you sense that it keeps you young, it keeps your mind young, it keeps you in the flow, and you feel much more productive in your everyday life. And this sense of rand. This card you have is reversed. Okay, so if it was upright, it would say, "My slightest improvement is of such great value." And the opposite of this is that you, because you have been on a roll recently, and later, if you do come down, you could come down with a big bang. So it might be so much more painful when you do come down to earth. You have been so high up all the time, and this happiness can make you forget the struggle that has brought you to this success. So it is really important that even though you might feel this powerless or losing a measure of control, that it is possible to regain it again, that it is possible to be feeling empowered again. And you would bounce back, so, and if you're not careful, you could lose hope and then give up, and then you actually just days away from absolutely achieving everything that you can hope for. And it would be such a pity to give up by then when it's just a hiccup. It's just mainly just a small setback. So it is. You must remember that there is tremendous value when you are able to deliberately cause even the slightest improvement, and in the way you feel. So when you start feeling better, then it's all uphill. It's pretty much easy going. It becomes flat and it's easy, because every small victory really matters, and every small improvement you make is such a incredible to achieving that, regaining that measure of control that you might have lost momentarily. So you no longer feel powerless. You're already feeling back up to the uh, up and up again emotional scale. The higher emotional scale again. So you can reach it again. So you're no stranger to that because you have been achieving that. You were able to reach it. So success is well within your sights. So don't give up now. There's bound to be a lot of disappointments on the way. So keep your goals in mind. Keep it in your sights because it is relatively easy to achieve it at this moment. But it is quite easy to feel disheartened. So be very careful with that. So you got that card which is reversed. Now, the general is when my desires and beliefs are vibrational match. So it's a beautiful, very colorful, it's almost like the sun with all the petals, the sunflower. And all the bees are very happy and everyone's productive. So it feels like you really are on a roll. This thing is coming. This whole month of January for you is very successful, and it's full of successes and incredibly fantastic feeling for you, and feel all your desire is going to be granted, and it has already been granted, except that it's all up and down, and mostly it's all up. So try to maintain this, even though there are setbacks, and yes, things go up, things go down, but inevitably, it's what you feel that you have control over. Everybody else you don't have control over them, but within yourself, you can stay happy. All right. So this is the end of your reading. I hope that you have enjoyed it.